All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Pimpoholic TV again. This is your homeboy Model Pimp. I got a very special guest in here. We go way back to 2004. I'm talking about this is the former CEO of Chopper City Records, home to the platinum artist BG, the founder and owner of Mad Money Entertainment, and now the author of her new book that she just released called Diary of an Independent Black Woman. I'm talking about Miss Carol A. Dorsey. Welcome to Pimpoholic TV, and how you doing?
All right. Hey, look, I salute. Look, Marlon Pimp. I don't know nobody but Marlon Pimp. I don't even call nobody Marlon Pimp. I don't even put Pimp behind nobody's name. But yours. Look, I can't even consider no pimps. But you.
You better tell them. You better tell them. Me and Carl, 2004, I moved to New Orleans, Louisiana because of this lady right here. She gave me my first opportunity to work for independent / major record label or whatever. So, you know, we go way back. We're talking like 16 years here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The history is all good.
So this is what we're gonna do, Carl. Before we get into the book, I wanna build up your resume leading up to why you released this book.
Oh yeah.
Let's go back to the early days. Chopper City Records. Now we all know BG was part of Cash Money, and then he decided to leave Cash Money and start his own label. How did you come into that picture of going from auntie to the CEO of a label once he left to start his own situation? How did that come about?
That came about, first it was, Juvenile decided to leave first, when they was doing their world with Cash Money. I do salute them because, if it wasn't for Cash Money, recognizing all of them platinum artists, all four of them was definitely multi-platinum artists and saw their true talent. That allowed them to build a solid fan base. And, as you get older you get, the more you learn, and you learn the business. You learn the business. So they, after Juvenile left, probably a year or so, BG decided to leave, and he sat down with me and said he wanted to open up a record label. Being that, I'm one of the main family members in the family that went to college. I went to college, and with my, educational background, I decided to, look into it and see the odds and ends on it. Really looked up and how to open up a business, went down to City Hall, did the whole 9 yards, and I did it the right way. So I was more of the brains of the business side to the music side for BG, because, I always supported him for his family talent. As family. And, he wanted to open up his label, so I did it the right way.
Gotcha.
By learning the business and doing what had to be done to open it up the correct way.
Okay, now I want to go step for step. Now, okay, he leave, he started his own label, he brings you in the picture. The deal he ended up signing was with Koch. How did the situation come about with his Koch deal? Once you got into the picture, then you got to shop around and find a new situation. Explain the route y'all took and how that happened.
Well, learning the music industry is not an easy task. You go in like I always went in blind, like I stipulated in my book. I went in blind from the bottom up and worked my way up. So we was brought to us. Actually, R.I.P. Rest in peace, Soulja Slim. Soulja Slim and Anthony Murray, which was a former manager for Soulja Slim, and then also the former manager of BG. They brought us to the table with Koch. I had no knowledge of it and who they were, but they had a deal on the floor and was discussing some options. So that's when they introduced me to Koch, and we went down there and sat down and talked about me not knowing anything. Our first deal wasn't a good deal, but, it was a lesson learned. It got us in the door. It was allowing him to help him, continue his musical career with the assistance of, some finances with the marketing and promotional dollars that they allotted us. The advancement helped out well for him to keep it moving, but he was going through his separation from Cash Money, so it was a big thing.
All right, now you being the CEO of the label and being a woman at that, what are some of the challenges or some of the stepping stones that you had to overcome as far as, I guess, headlining or forefront his career? Well, what are some of the challenges that you had?
Well, there's a lot, like you said, 16 years with us. With me, remember, I was always behind the scenes.
Right.
I never wanted to be up front. I wanted to make sure that the business side was taken care of. and everything was done correctly behind the scenes for the business. But you know, Doogie always had the talent, which is BG. We called him Doogie.
Right.
Nickname Doogie, that's his nickname. But he always had the talent, and I made sure he stayed in the studio and that he wrote and did all the features that he needed to do. But I wanted to make sure on the business side because I was learning as I went along, and it was a lot of mistakes made. You know, we had to go through it, boy.
Yeah.
A lot of mistakes made during that transition, but I could say it was well worth it because, you know, nothing in life is easy. You know, without failure, you know, you'll never understand. Without failure, there's no success.
Right.
So behind the scenes, running it all, taking step by step, you know, I think I put up like internship, even I got the office and put up internship, solicited out there for the fine interns, and you know, you and Dawn responded, and y'all came down, interviewed y'all, and y'all deal with the marketing, promotion, and the engineer side for BG, and you know, just stuck with them. Y'all grassrooted with the educational side,
Right.
and I brought the experience side, and you know, he brought the talent and the experience as far as how to get it from the mud, actually being in a label, especially a hip hop label. So it all fared out. It all fared out through his struggles, and we learned from him.
Now I'm going to piggyback off what you said for y'all tuning in. You heard us say intern, so all y'all tuning in and check this out.
Started off that way.
So what happened was in 2004, I was graduating from Middle Tennessee State University with a recording industry degree in recording industry music business. I sent my resume out to 5 different labels. I sent it out to No Limit Records in Baton Rouge, Def Jam South in Atlanta, Slip and Slide in Miami. I sent it to Cash Money, coincidentally, and I sent it to Chopper City Records. The 2 calls I got back was from Chopper City Records and from Slip and Slide. I went to Miami, met with Slip and Slide. I went straight from Miami to New Orleans to meet with Chopper City. And the difference was when I got to Miami, Slip and Slide, I was expecting to meet with the CEO, but an intern came out to interview me.
Oh no!
Intern came. And I said,
you probably say, oh no, what?
I sat in the office for 2 hours before the intern even came out, so they was kind of running late. So I was like, okay. I go straight from Miami to New Orleans. When I get down there, it's you, BG, Anthony. So I'm like, okay, I just had an intern meet me down here. When I get to New Orleans, I got the artist, the CEO, and the manager, and it just felt more it felt more genuine down there. So I chose New Orleans over Miami. You know what I'm saying? When I came to New Orleans, and from that point on, all history. You feel me? That's the then from that point on.
I wish I could bring him on. Every time I bring you on the camera. Oh my God.
Oh damn.
So, I'm live this way, and I'm on his Zoom, and we recording his Zoom live through his Zoom, and I decided to go live. Yeah, I wish I could bring him. I'm glad y'all can hear him, but I wish I could bring him on. I don't know how to do it. It'll echo itself if I put him into my Zoom. I mean, put him into my live.
Sure will.
They echo.
So
but we went through some stuff, and then when you came on, so when you left Miami and came on down, look, we gave you the Southern hospitality.
Right. I mean, on Friday, I never forget. I came to New Orleans on a Friday, met with y'all, and the agreement was you can come out here for 6 months as an intern with no pay, and then after 6 months, if you prove yourself, we'll hire you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went back to Tennessee, packed my shit, and moved to New Orleans the following week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you sure what? You was paid up and everything. You remember you paid the rent up and all.
6 months and all that. Yeah, it came in and I hit the ground running. I just tried to take on every responsibility.
Oh, okay. I mean, she said interface help with the echoing because I'm on my look. See, here, I multitask. I got several things going on here. I got on my desktop and I'm talking to y'all on my phone. That's right. So yeah, I don't know how to interface. But as long as y'all can hear them, ask the questions. The Pimp, look him up. You're gonna see it later.
Let's believe it. Google that. So look, after the Chopper City record scenario, after BG called his case and he went away and everything ended. You relocated to Detroit because we got family up there. You relocated to Detroit, and then from there came Mad Money Entertainment, your own personal company that you founded. How did that come about? Kind of give us that rundown.
Well, prior in my book, I mentioned prior a year before we all decided, because us, the Chopper City family, we all came together, and we know the true talent my nephew have, but we all wanted to explore different things. So a year prior to that, we started doing our own venturing our things, to take a break for a minute, to readjust. And I thought the best way to do it was to open up a management firm, because the label side of things, I understood the struggles, going through the ups and downs, writing bad deals, signing bad deals, not knowing even lawyers. They do have entertainment lawyers that will be behind the scenes on the label side you work with, and cut a deal with them, get you to sign off, and they get it back in too. So it definitely was a true learning experience. And I thought, being through the struggle that we did with the cash money turnaround, and adjusting to that, and I'm thankful that everybody parted their ways professionally, and BG still communicates with Baby, that they still look out for him while he's in prison. So that's a good thing. The relationship never ends, because that's a real deep tie there since he was a little bitty boy. So my best bet was saying that management was the best option, because that's the way to educate the artists, producers, especially DJs as well, the importance of things that you need to know, and how you can receive residuals, what they call it now. We call it royalties now. The new word is residuals, where you can receive residuals from different ways how you can get paid, like merchandise. Merchandise is the hottest thing that will resurface up, especially if you promote yourself right. Merchandise is definitely a key to success with artists, and streaming. Streaming is definitely an asset. And a lot of artists don't know the educational background of the tedious things, as far as owning your rights to your music, not signing off 100% rights because the label is giving you an advancement. It's a partnership. I just feel, with the music industry at this point, is more of a partnership than I understand labels do take a lot of risks when they up a lot of money on the artist, but at this point in time, I just think it should be a partnership agreement. And if the artist excels and the more money excels, I think the bigger their percentage should become.
Right.
It shouldn't stay at a small percentage, and the label is continuing receiving the wealth quadruple than what the artist then paid their money back and then some. So, I just feel it should be a partnership. And once the money is generated back from the artist, and then it's a substantial amount of money, then the percentage should go up, and it continue to go up until it breaks even to partnership. Because right now, I try to convince artists now to become a partner with a label. If you find an investor with money, and they give it up from the front advancement part, the percentage should still be, 60-40. They get 40 and you get 60, because you're the talent and stuff, but they get their money back first. Or, you cut a deal where, okay, you get a portion of your money back, and still I've received a little stipend once revenue coming, because the problem is artists get broke, and the label receive their money, then artists don't want to work because they're not eating, but you signed the deal to let them take their money first. So it's all about, making sense. Making sense.
Right. Okay, let me ask you this. You probably answered this, but I'm going to ask you again in a way. Now, I want a lot of the up-and-coming independent artists to hear this, what I'm about to ask you now. Now, based on the artists that you work with in Detroit who's came through the Mad Money Entertainment Management Firm, from things you had to teach them, and a lot of the questions that you get coming from uneducated artists, what is the main thing that you seeing that artists are missing or have lack of knowledge of from all the artists that you come?
What I've seen, I can honestly say this: I have not encountered artists that has worked as hard as my nephew. One thing about BG, through his trials and tribulations, he still was one of the hardest working artists under his condition, and he was the hardest working artist, that, in the studio, He'll stay in the studio all night, write 4, 5, right? He can hit a beat and write a verse in 10 minutes. And his work ethics and his grind and his passion for the music industry made him be a phenomenal artist, regardless of his trials and tribulations that he had to deal with. And dealing with artists, and the first thing that I see, they have the talent, but they missing the grind.
Gotcha.
Some of them have the talent and they missing the grind, and some have the talent and the grind, but don't have the money.
Yeah.
And so if they fall short because it takes money to make money. I don't care how talented you are.
Right.
Without some type of budget and some type of marketing revenue to generate and bring the right audience towards you, marketing dollars must be in place. It can't happen without it.
Right.
Yeah, I bet you do, Casey Phantom. I need a partner. I know you. I love. What's your partner? What you the one with the money?
All right, let's go into the
Yeah.
book now. Curry, you released your first book. You are an author now. So you went from CEO to management to now author. Diary of an Independent Black Woman. What motivated you to go that route and do a book? Where did that come from?
You know what? Being that, no one brought it out really. I was always writing memoirs of my life. I'm so thankful because of one thing in my book I put in there. I do have a book that's coming out. I have a lot of notes on that. A book that's gonna come out in 2021 entitled "Welcome to the Music Business: The Ins and Outs from a Woman Perspective." And so it's going to speak on, the behind the scenes, all what we've done and all what we've been through, the struggles, getting stuff together and how we had to grind to make things shake and make it, do what it do to make a successful event for concert, travel, everything that needs to be done. We definitely did it. But what made me sit back and actually do the book is when the pandemic hit. I always took notes because my goal was to always write a music industry book from an independent perspective.
All right.
So I wanted to write that so artists, producers, DJs, managers that potential managers wanted to be, they can learn the grind of no sugarcoated, the real grind and gutter of the music industry, and how it's not an easy task, and how you choose the people around you to be a part of your team. It can't be your friends and your family. It got to be outside of that. Respect your music and respect who you are and understand the business side of everything, because that's where everything kind of fails. And I think with me and how we lasted this long is because my business mindset and my educational level. So that's why I always tell people to educate themselves, stay in school. Knowledge is key. And because I think we would have derailed on another route if I didn't have my educational college experience. I think we would have. I think we wouldn't have gotten that far we got.
So what are some of the things that we can expect in this book? What is this? Are you spitting game? Are you just? I mean, what?
Oh no, it's what it is. The pandemic made me realize that life is not promised tomorrow, and I know I have a lot of knowledge that I wanted to express. So I said, you know what? We're in this pandemic. What more better way to do it is to finish my book, but I wanted to separate it and do a self-healing book, because this book is more of a self-healing book, but it spits a lot of knowledge now. I keep it 100. It's not no pretty or type of psychiatrist type book. Is real situations and me giving it to them raw and uncut about life itself and how you can get through it with prayer and God and positive people around you, and just educating people on that struggle. Without struggle, again, we can't find opportunities, and without failure, it's no success story. So I speak on my struggles through my childhood up until now, and how I have survived and how I continue on surviving, and I keep going in a moving forward direction. My setbacks ain't as long anymore, because once I catch the mistake, I learn from it and I keep it moving. So this more of a self-healing book is bringing back family morals, because I think that's we lost, because I am from the Generation X. And Maul, you part of the baby. You are millennial, so I'm from the Generation X, and you know the baby boomers. That's in the book. I explain all that. I explain the history of Martin Luther King. I explain the history of what he died for. I tell the story how hip hop really came, and you know a lot of people don't know it started in the '70s. African Bambaataa. Nobody knows that he created hip hop.
Yeah, I remember him. I remember Bambaataa.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
I
saying.
remember Bambaataa.
So he's the creator of hip hop. So hip hop didn't exist. He was the creator, and it was the early '70s. African Bambaataa out of Jamaica, and he started it off. And it started off with break dancing. It started off with house parties, break dancing. It was our black people to express our struggles in a positive way by doing it through music and rhyming our words and stuff. So that is in my book. I'm telling the history. I tell, where hip hop truly came from, and then how the music industry today and how the music is kind of strayed away from what the true meaning was, because we more talking about guns, sex, drugs, and all that. We did that back then, but it gave you more of a meaning. It didn't give you to destroy yourselves and for us not to destroy one another. So I'm real adamant about, educating our black people on the importance of hip hop when it was created. I talk about politics. I talk about morals, family values, growing up respectful, learning how to cook clean and wash, and all of these kids today. I talk to them today dealing with my nonprofit, and they don't know how to wash their clothes. They don't know how to iron and stuff. So my book telling you about life experience and things that we should be taught, because they took home ec out of school. They didn't take home ec out of school, which taught you how to do all that. They took, they're keeping gym in, thank God, to exercise. They don't talk about health anymore. It's just a lot. And they took away world history, black history. They took away religion. So all that is in my book, speaking on things that we should continue to teach our children, and we should resurface back. So my book is more of an eye opener and bringing us back to reality. Because I think we have forgotten from all this destruction that's going on around us what truly matters, and that's how people are getting lost. They get lost because of it. We're not bringing up the real problem and surfacing up what really is.
So all those interested, how can we go about getting the book, Carol? What website is it? How can we get the book?
The book is, of course, I opened up my own publishing company for books. Since I'm being an author, I'm gonna have a lot of independent authors, black authors especially, that want to upload their book on my publishing company site, which is cadpublishing.com. Okay. It is a publishing company for authors. It's legit. Look it up. I love it. We know the business, Mo.
cadpublishing.com.
Yeah, cadpublishing.com. You can go there to purchase the book. It is going to be sold on Amazon and all other digital outlets, but the physical copy will be sold through, I want to autograph my books. So I tell everybody, Amazon, that's why I'm holding off on Amazon, because they come straight from them. But that's why I want everybody to pre-order the book, because I can order. Like, the book is done. The book is finished. I don't want it to release itself until on my birthday, because if you order off the site, for me, I'm going to sign the book. I'm going to sign the book, and I'm going to send it to you. And Noonie, I'm on the interview with Mo the Pimp live.
Noonie, what it do?
What you on, Noonie? Yeah, we live on the thing. So I'm recording live. This is my son, y'all. I picked up because when I saw
Chopper City View is my dog right there.
He told me, what's up? He said, what's happening? What's happening?
Man, what's cool?
Yeah, free BG all day. You ain't send it. I'm going to send you the email address now to send it. All right. My book. Oh, all right. Bye. All right. Yeah, he's talking about
Nooner.
sending a song. Yeah, talking about sending a song. See, he want me to listen to this song. But yeah, it's a book that's gonna bring our black people around. I speak about politics, cause see, I touch on things that our black people black out. You know, we block out the politics, meaning our vote don't matter. Yes, it do. That's why we have all this going on now, and we seeing how Trump is winning because of votes. See, the votes got him in a position, the
Right.
bills got him in a position because we was raised to say our vote don't count, but it does. So we cannot sit back and not vote. And you know, we power in numbers. You
Right.
know, like they say, we don't die, we multiply. And see, that's why, you know, we gotta do a Obama move, and we gotta come out and we gotta vote by any means necessary.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. All right. So what can we expect next from Carol Dorsey? What's coming? We know the book is out. I know you got a new book coming next year. What else is on the table that we might not have talked about that the people or the fans or the listeners need to know
But
about?
no, you know, my Keep the School Safe, for sure, Keep the School Safe, that's my nonprofit organization. It's a 501c3. I started it because of my nephew and his situation, getting all the time that he got for guns, and his gun was legal and stuff, and in the car with the wrong people at the wrong time, did nothing, and just got a traffic stop and got 14 years for it. Keep the School Safe is an organization that educates our youth about the importance of education and keeping guns and drugs out of school, and why they should stay in school to receive their education, receive a better life, and not become a statistic to society. You know, especially our black generation, we are more of a statistic than anything. And I deal with more of the prison reform here. I'm all about helping prison reform when prisoners get out, helping them, give them information on how to restart in life, because what everybody got to understand, it's a different world in prison, just like it's a different world out here. Our
Yeah.
times change every day. And, you know, in society, when you come out, I had met a gentleman that did 50 years, and he didn't know how to use a cell phone, and he didn't understand the TV with the flat screen. And that's what it's so sad to see our people lacking the knowledge of just simple technology. So with prison reform, that's why they real adamant about prison reform. And so with prison reform, you come out and you reintroduce, you know, returning citizens back to society and help educate them on what's around them, look, what they got to do, what's new, and what's not. Because, you know, they can come, and that's why a lot of people wind up back in prison, because they don't understand the new world
They
that
can't
they have
adapt.
entered
They can't
themselves in.
adapt. Yeah.
So they have to adapt to the new society. So for prison reform, I make sure I play a major part of that, dealing with the judges and the different attorneys, and dealing with the school system to keep our youth out of prison. If they go to jail for the first time, keep the school safe off a program where we try to, our job is to stir them back in the right direction, because, you know, one mistake can make several.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
lead them back to the right direction. So with me, it's all about, you know, keep the school safe, and Mad Money Entertainment, and definitely my management firm, and definitely Elite Women Organization. That's my organization where I empower women and to educate them, being that I was 15 years old and pregnant with my first child, to educate women that are single parents that they can still go to college, take care of their child, have a job, and keep them motivated, because sometimes they just need that motivation.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Well, I
Yeah, they
appreciate
just
that.
need that motivation.
Words of encouragement, words of game, words from an experienced lady who's walked all parts of life. I'm talking about Miss Carol Dorsey. Thank
Oh
you
yeah,
for
Mo.
tuning in. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know,
Yeah, you know that, Marlo. You got the wall of fame behind you,
you
huh?
see it back there. You
Ain't
see it.
no
The
ass
wall
no,
speak for
ooh,
itself.
boy. That
The
was some
wall speak
hip.
for itself. Yeah, there's a wall of
You
fame.
know, that's the wall of fame. We've been around the world
If they
today.
don't,
We enjoy
literally for
ourselves.
real, they don't know it.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, really
around the
have,
world.
really have, really
We've
have.
been around the world in a day on this
Back
industry. You
again,
know,
yeah,
it
multiple
ain't easy.
times.
You definitely was a walking testimony
Right.
for the industry, and know the behind the scenes, especially being his engineer, his road manager, you know, keeping up with his music,
Right.
making sure that the mechanical license and the split sheets was done and all that. It's a whole different world that
Right.
people have no knowledge of.
Right. Right. So y'all heard what she said, right? I played all them roles: studio engineer, road
Oh yeah.
manager,
Yep.
booking, uh,
Yep.
uh,
Marketing, promotion.
marketing promotion.
You had marketing,
Dealing with the
promotion,
radio
booking.
people,
You did
dealing with the
booking for
DJs,
sure, for sure.
booking said,
Yeah, the
dealing with radio,
booking,
dealing with DJs.
radio,
Man,
DJs, getting the music out to the DJs. You
yeah,
was all around.
club,
You did the road
yeah, oh
manager,
yeah,
the engineer. You remember you carried the box. We didn't want nobody engineering this music because you remember it always getting lost.
right,
So
right.
we had to pull you and put you in the engineer. Boss said, "I hell with it, girl. I'm learning."
And I
So
got
you
the hard
learned
drive.
the
I kept all the
engineer,
music
learned
on the hard
Pro
drive.
Tools.
Yeah, yeah. And they go to find out the reason I need to know all this. They go to show between Carol Dorsey handling the business, dealing with the people in New York and whatever people was trying to come to the table with a new situation. She was the business person who was assigned out to do this. Myself and shout out to Lady Dollar, who's not on here. Shout out to Lady Dollar. Between us two, behind the scenes in the office,
Yes.
Mall of Pimp, Carol Dorsey ran Chopper City Records. BG was the face that y'all seen.
Mhm.
Behind the scenes, this team was what made it happen right here. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
y'all need to know that. We let him be the celebrity and be the artist in front of the camera.
What he's supposed to be. He found the talent. He was
Right.
the face. And like I tell artists today, to always, you know, when like I give example, Beyonce. Trust me, it's about a team of 100 people that got her to where she is today.
Right.
She's the face
Right.
of her product. Like
Right.
now, you your product, you your brand.
Right.
We had to make sure that we kept his brand polished and we kept him and his image and music and everything out there in order for him to get the bookings, to get the
Right.
features, to get
Right.
everything. Talent, undeniable. My nephew, talent, undeniable. One of the most hardest working artists you can come across at Write Like a Scholar, can write a verse in 10 minutes and record it in 30. That's with his hooks and everything in it. But it's
Right.
always something that's behind the scene to keep it moving.
Right.
And
Right.
you know, that's why I try to express to all kinds of people that never don't think it's just the artists themselves. It's a
It's
team
never.
behind the
It's
artists.
never.
And I always taught, you know, I always taught them that.
Right. Right.
That's
Right.
you saw Pew
I saw
walking.
a few walking
Yeah,
back
you
there.
see
Pew done
Pew
got big
walking.
as fuck, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Pew
told him
got
his
big as
name.
fuck. How old
He
Pew?
done got old, huge.
How old
Pew,
Pew?
Pew 27 now.
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn. Damn.
it's been, look, he 27. Already been over 20 years, man. We've been rolling.
Damn.
He 27 now.
Damn.
Yeah, Pew was like 9, 8, 9 when y'all came down. He was in kindergarten.
Man,
Yep.
he
He
was
was
the
like
last
second
time I
grade.
saw Pew. He was really a
But when
kid.
y'all came, he was like in second, third grade,
Yeah.
like that when y'all came around. But now he's 27 now.
Well, last time I saw him though, he was still a kid. He was like, man, I ain't seen Pew in 12, 13 years, or probably longer. You know what I'm
Nah.
saying? He was a
Oh
kid
yeah.
last time I seen him.
Yeah, you see him up there walking in the camera.
Yeah.
Like, walking in the camera behind the scenes.
Hey, what else up, Kerr? I thank you for tuning in. You know, of course, it's always love and respect and much success.
So the same here, man.
How you doing?
Same here. If you could come on and celebrate. You know, Hakeem and Cynthia and them and some few more people, Noon and them, all of them coming down for the book signing to hang out. And, you know, for that weekend, you know, me and Ray are going to show out. You know, we're going to show out. We want to do on the 3rd, that's a Thursday. We're going to purchase a cake. We're getting a BG Sim original hot boiled cake. And I got, you know, everybody coming out, the Goon Squad, all the rappers from here and all the producers that work with BG here. We got sing happy birthday and cut the cake and just film some stuff and send him some pictures for his birthday. And then my birthday is the 4th, and we're going to show out on that.
Okay.
You know, we're going to show out with the book signing. And I also have good music playing, good food, that Southern style food. You know, I'm going New Orleans style with that one.
New Orleans.
Yep, I'm doing New Orleans style with that one. And we just going to, you know, celebrate life because we're not promised tomorrow, and just be thankful. Be thankful for what we got, and, you know, just live a safe, clean life. You always did eat healthy. You know what? But Ma, you've been getting scandalous lately though. But
You
you
see that?
always was a health buff,
Yeah,
eating a
yeah,
healthy food and all that. Look, you
yeah,
and now I'm all,
yeah. I done started chefing us some shit now,
yeah.
man. I've been in the kitchen like a motherfucker now. Yeah, I've been like
Look,
a
you've been
motherfucker
doing what
chefing
it
us some
do.
shit.
Look, you've
Yeah.
been doing what it
I
do.
be making
My brother,
jambalaya, yak and meat, all kind of shit. Yeah, for real. Yeah, I'm making all that
oh,
shit, girl.
I know you've been putting it in. You've been
Yeah,
putting it in.
yeah,
But
man.
yeah, man, it's always a pleasure. You know, you always got a home here.
I
You know
appreciate
that you family for life.
it.
And
Right.
shoot, this, you know, Diary of an Independent Black Woman is really a book that's gonna let, you know, our people see, you know, the real parts of life, you know, with through entertainment, working a job, just being independent, starting your own business. It comes with struggle, and some people don't have the support of others to help them through their struggles, so they wind up falling short. They wind up not fulfilling their dreams. They wind up not doing what they're supposed to do. So that there just really gets me and do what they do. Look, the air conditioner man on his way in here. Look, yeah, my air conditioner wasn't working.
Well, you got all kind of shit going on.
Yeah, all right, my man. Yeah, so the air conditioner man coming in. But thank you, Mo.
Thank you, Carl, for
I
tuning in. And,
appreciate you.
we'll
And
be
we
in
can.
touch. We'll definitely
I'm
be in
coming,
touch.
my man. Yeah.
We'll definitely.
So,
All right. Thank you, Carol. Thank you.
all right, my baby.